Do you feel like you're missing out on your classic constructed night at your Flesh and Blood event at your LGS? Well, have no fear. Today I have an economical way for you to participate, and it's nothing more than the magnificent new Heavy Hitters Blitz decks. Why buy two? Why combine them? And what can you do? Well, stay tuned for this $20 classic constructed build using nothing more than the pre-con decks that your LGS should have available right now. During the inception of me thinking through this, I bought this brick because I really love the game Flesh and Blood, and I was like, wow, they have Blitz decks, 6 of them actually. So there are 2 Warrior, 2 Brute, and 2 Guardian. So this series will be one in the grouping of 3 separate videos talking about how you can look at creating a classic constructed deck from the contents of the 2 Blitz decks contained within the self-sealed brick of the Heavy Hitters Blitz decks. Now, while this concept may not necessarily be one that will win you the best deck, because obviously it's going to contain only the cards from the Blitz decks, it will let you participate even in a pinch. So if nothing else, this is an example of a budget-friendly or clash-friendly style deck that you can leverage, because that's another format these can technically work for. But this concept came to me when I was looking, and I said, wow, it's really interesting that they put 2 of each of these heroes in there, but they're not selling, you know, CC decks. They haven't since the original WTR 4-pack that came out. But with James and their infinite wisdom of all the cool things they could be doing, it sounds like there might be some products coming down the pipeline. Now, I'm not saying that they will have a CC version of something, but with the advent of the 3 main sets that are draftable this year and a myriad of supplemental smaller products that will be sprinkled in, I don't know from what, but listening to the interview that Fluke did, or even some of the information dropped there in regards to, I think it was Goblin Reserve. Wow, sorry. Took me a second to remember that one. But between those 2 interviews, I kind of feel like there will be a time where we'll see a resurgence of that. But until then, let's talk about how we can leverage these 2 decks, and we're going to go to a top-down camera as I build just one CC deck. Now, granted, there'll be a few caveats, and we'll talk about that as we go in. All right, so we have our contents of our 2 Blitz decks sleeved up here. The first thing I want to look at is, in the case of picking my Warrior concept here, you will have 2 pools of cards. Now we're going to take the cards and we're going to come back to them. I did put them in the same sleeve. One thing to note is each starter deck does contain cards that have a 3-letter abbreviation in front of them. So for this one it's OLA and KSI. So even if you mix these up, you can later put them back into these same decks so that you can enjoy your experience with them later. Now, obviously, the first question here is, which hero do we want to go with? Now, I would love to make a Kassai deck, but I'm going to say I want to make a Olympia deck because I feel Olympia is something that I'm going to be much more interested in just to try this experiment with. But again, you can go both. And for this video, I will pick this direction, but feel free to pick the other. Now, inside of these decks, you have a myriad of equipment. So let's go ahead and first assess what options we have. So we have a warrior sword, a warrior headpiece. But the problem is right here, this is a Kassai specialization. We can't use this for Olympia. So there's one card we can't leverage. This is a chest piece. This is an arms piece. This is a legs piece. This is another legs piece. This is another arms piece. This is a chest piece. You have a sword, and we have a head, which in this case is an Olympia specialization. So because of that, we're going to use the Olympia specialization. And apologies, we're back here. I had to readjust some lighting. So we've divided these out into cards that we know we can and really can't use. So over here we have the Kassai cards, where we're going to stick those to the side. We do have a pile of tokens, but our goal here is to pick a leg. It looks like that's going to be an easy decision. We have the same for both, so we'll use Flat Tracker. We have something for the arms. Look at that. It's the same. Very easy choice. And for the chest, guess what? Same, very easy choice. So, from the weapons perspective, we now have a couple of options that we can load out our hero with. So because in the way this would work, we now have our equipment suite, he has the option of having 2 weapons. So these are all one-handed. So we can pick between a parry blade, a hot streak, a Centauri saber, or another Centauri saber. So the options would be like 2 Centauri sabers, or hot streak and Centauri saber, or a parry blade and a Centauri saber, or a hot streak and a parry blade. So there are a myriad of combinations that you can pick from here, which is great. That means you can try different game plans and see how they work. So we'll leave all 4 sitting here that we can look at. So, all right. Next up, we're going to begin with the Kassai deck. We're going to divide these cards up, and I think the first way to approach this when I'm looking at this, because there's going to be a little bit of overlap, is we want to divide the cards that have dual class versus single class versus generic. So I'm going to stick all the generics and then all the warrior cards, and then any of the dual class, like there's brutes, there's generics, there's brutes, these are warrior cards, and then we're going to grab the other bulk of this. We're going to put brutes, guardians, brutes, warrior, and again, they're all warrior subclass in some regard, but what I'm referring to is looking at the side here and organizing them so that we can kind of begin to pick what we, oops, that's the wrong stack, what we want to pick. Now, you'll notice that obviously there is a lot of warrior cards to pick from. So let's look at the other side. Are these all straight warrior cards? These are all straight warrior. We're gonna come back to this in a second. We're gonna look at what is the absolute maximum deck we could build here. So let's see if our generics, if we have any overlap in generics. We have trade-in, we have performance bonus. So we only have 2s of in this, but they all could be used. We don't have any that we have more than 2 for. All right, let's look at the Guardian Warrior. We have Wage Vigor. We got Rise Energy and Rise Energy. Now, interestingly enough, because we have 4 Rise Energies, that means that we could actually run a total of 3 Rise Energies. We're going to put one off to the side because this is our maximum card pool. That's what I want to determine right now, is what our maximum card pool is before we get too deep. So we have Lead with Speed, Wage Agility, Lead with Speed Red. Okay, we got Rising Speed, Wage Agility, Lead with Speed. So this is another example of where we have 4, Lead with Speed Red, 4, Rising Speed, 4, now we're down to 3, and then we have 2 and 2 and 2. Cool. I like this. This is nice. We got a couple cards. I'm going to put the 3 stacks in a different pile so that I can know how many cards we had 3 of. So right now we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 unique 3-card combos just from the 2 decks. All right, now Warrior's going to be a little bit more daunting because there is a lot of stuff here. We're going to, we'll divide by color. Blue, red, blue, lots of red, yellow in the middle, blue, lots of blue, lots of red. Okay, so now that we've divided, let's divide and conquer. Let's look at the yellows first. Smallest stack. I like small victories. You'll notice that we have some extended arts here. Edge ahead, draw sword, and Eager Swiftblade. So we could use all of them because there's no duplicates. Okay, and same with Endangered Engagement. Okay, so all of these are valid. We don't have any more than 4. Okay, Agile, Vigorous, Draw, Engage, Blood Run. I think I saw another. So there's Agiles. Somehow these got mixed. So Edge ahead. That's Engage Swiftblade. Hold'em. No, got the deck. Okay, so those are 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then over here we have a set of 4, which will be a 3-packer, and a set of 4, which is a 3-packer. So, okay. Which means we have those. So where's my stacks of 3? We'll put those with my rising. So 3 and 3. I will take a moment to indicate that this probably will not be like the best build and someone who is much more intimate with the nuances of how or why a particular card should go in a deck will probably be able to give you a like extremely thorough, detailed iteration of some stuff. I am, however, looking at this from the standpoint of, can this be done? This is strictly I want to participate and I want to do something exciting with a group of people I enjoy to hang out with. And by doing such, can we do the thing? And the answer is clearly, from what I'm seeing, why yes, you can do a thing. So, all right, we're gonna put that on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are all 3 odds, okay? So these are 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay. Okay. So when you take into consideration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 36 right there. When you take into consideration the cards that can't physically just cannot be used, you have the specialization for the head. So either way you go. And then due to the number requirements, because you can't run more than 3, we're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So now let's look at the maximum. We need a 60 card deck. So we need 60 cards total to create our deck. So let's just, we're going to combine all these together, right? So now here is this, and here is this. This is the 3s. These are the 2s. So we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 73. I have a total of 73 cards right there. That means 73. Hold on. Does it get even crazier? I'm going to look at the exact rule real quick.
80 card pool, including weapons, equipment, and decks. Up to 3 copies. Okay, so we're going to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. Okay, so we know we can't take out those. So in reality, take out 1 Centauri Saber, and without much fuss, huss, or whatever, this is your 80 card classic constructed pool that you are bringing to your classic constructed night and can play with your buddies and friends. And then from here you would cut out your cards to make this down to what you would want, right? So you would have your hero, you know, your weapons and your armor. So we're just going to say let's use that as our setup. And then from here, I think we said 73. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'd want to take out like what, 13, give or take. So 3, 6, 9, 13. So come up with 13 cards to take out. Now you got a 60 card deck. Enjoy. Have a fantastic time at your armory. I like it. We were able to successfully do it with the Heavy Hitters Warrior deck. So yeah, that's excellent news. Now, how many cards in here are rares? You got 2, those. Okay, so all those are commons. The rares are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and the hero. 12 rares and the hero. So if you wanted to run an all common deck, you could take out all the rares. That's funny. Wow, this worked. This worked excellent. I am very pleased, very ecstatic. That's excellent. Good job. Great job, LSS, for making me a Blitz for a CC deck. And this doubles as a 2cc deck container. Or you could have, if you bought more Blitz decks, you could still bring 2 or 3 Blitz decks. Look at that. This deck box here doubles as your CC deck box. Party in a box, baby. Party in a box. Love it. It's a big. This is a. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Can't get a 10 out of 10 because there's always room for improvement. But this gets a 9 out of 10. I am very ecstatic for this. And it looks like in order to switch to Kassai, you would switch those 3 items out. Again, these are still cards that you cannot use because they are triples of. So the decision factor really is slap everything together, pull out this list of cards. I'm gonna make sure that there is a listing, because these are the 7 cards that are beyond what is there. So there's those. You have to pull out 1 weapon, and then you switch in the second card. So there we go. That's 2 CC decks by just switching out your hero and keeping these in the side for when you want to go back to your Blitz version. Rock on. That is beautiful. And again, you have your tokens and a couple extra cards here as well. All right. Holy moly, how exciting is that? Look at this. Take it, slap it in your box, and whisk yourself on to a magical night at your LGS to enjoy your CC with one of your 2 heroes. In this case, Warrior being Olympia or Warrior being Kassai. I am happy that this worked out. Now, we'll still check the other decks to see if we're as good as we were here, but hopefully we will be. So, if you want to see more content like this, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and until next time, may your games be fun and your friendships grow. Cheers, my friend. You're captain.